Clearly not licensed.
And he never should get a license. Well, I guess if Elliot Spitzer has anything to say about it, he will.
What are you guys talking about? That's the learning age.
At 13 years old, I think my dad would have let me drink.
Absolutely.
And this happened in Flint, Michigan?
Yeah.
My microphone's making all
How
sorts
soon
of
until Michael
noises.
Moore does a documentary about it then?
Well, what was the result of it? Like, how did they get busted? Have they gotten busted yet? Are they serving a sentence?
They're arrested. They were arrested. They're not serving their sentence yet. It just happened.
And he's, what, the kid's 13,
If the kid hadn't got stuck in the mud, if it hadn't been, like, muddy out, they probably would have gotten home okay.
Yeah, but if Woody would have gone straight to the police, this never would have happened.
Yeah, I mean, at 13 years old, he's going to go to juvie hall with a bunch of kids. I'm just trying to imagine this kid being like, I drank and drove. What are you going to do about it? Like, where does that put you on the scale of like toughness in juvie hall?
I bet you it just makes him cool.
Does it make him cool? Does it make you sissy? You go out with your dad. Come here, let me give you noogies.
You didn't murder anybody? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I guess.
Murder's the tops. Murder's the tops when you're in juvie. Believe me, I know.
Cool. That is pretty cool.
I know. Murder's the tops. When you're in juvie, if you murder somebody, you're king.
Wait, you can murder somebody and just go to juvie?
Absolutely. If you're
a
under
juvenile.
18.
Really? I thought, well, some states tried kids as adults. I know Florida does.
Yeah, it's only it depends on the circumstances. Different cases kind of be like up to the jurisdiction of the court.
It also depends if you're a celebrity or not. Apparently, Lindsay Lohan serves 84 minutes for the car crash from last July. Did you hear about that? She went into jail for like a minimum 24-hour sentence, walked out 84 minutes later.
Yeah, you know what? And a week from now, they'll bring her in just like they did to Paris, and they'll make a whole big deal out of it over something stupid.
Too bad she wasn't 13 and driving drunk.
In the mud. Down and dirty in the bog.
Yeah. Did they say what they were drinking?
I know that it's really bad that this guy let his kid drink and that he made him drive and all that stuff, but there's some part of me that like is warmed by the fact that the dad wanted to hang out with him.
Yeah, absolutely. The nurturing relationship between him and his dad, I think, is awesome. Except that he's nurturing him with like cyanide or whatever. Like it's not a healthy thing that he's nurturing with. But there is a certain camaraderie and fraternity there.
It's too bad the father doesn't like to play baseball instead of drinking. My father smothered me with sports, not with Michelob.
I've got news for you. I've driven my father home drunk from a bar before.
Yeah,
and I was at the bar with him.
No.
Definitely.
Oh,
see,
man.
when I was 13, my dad drank, but he didn't involve me. I don't think he had a hard time not involving me either.
I guess the camaraderie that I had with my dad was one time when I slept over his house, I took one of the roaches out of the ashtray, and it found out later that it actually turned out to be dust.
Whoa!
That was my favorite time of camaraderie with my dad. And by camaraderie, I mean I stole a roach from his ashtray while he was sleeping.
Did you smoke it?
Yeah, of course. I didn't know that
How
it was
old were you?
dust. I was probably 16 at the time.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I knew what dust was. As soon as I hit it, I was like, whoa, all
okay.
right. Jackpot.
Way to go, Dad.
I asked my father what his low moment was of fatherhood, and he said that when he was about 30, 35, he used to play. He
said Sundays 11 to 1.
he used to play touch tackle football in a touch tackle football league, and the winner would always go to their own bar, and the losers would have to go to their bar and buy everybody drinks. That's what it was, because usually the bars were heading these football leagues.
And then he got drunk and knocked up your mom.
So my dad said,
and you were
I was married. My dad and my mom were married. I was maybe about 5-6 years old. I don't remember this. They were playing a black team from a bar on Jersey Street. So the black team won. So they had to go to Jersey Street and drink at their bar, the Jersey Street bar. And I'm with my father at this time. So they're all drinking at this bar. There's like two black ladies, my father's age. They said, hey, do you want me to take your son and just babysit him for a little while you guys drink at the bar? My dad said, all right, okay, sure. My dad said, when he saw me walking away with the two black ladies in Jersey Street, he really thought that
it was going to be the last time he saw
me. Yeah.
You looking over your shoulder. It's kind of like the guy from America's Most Wanted, like when he saw his son Adam looking at him walking away. That's exactly what was happening.
My dad said that was the lowest point of his fatherhood.
I
don't remember it, thank God. But I love black people.
He was gonna
to this day.
He was gonna go get him, but the losing team was buying drinks.
Yeah, true.
At least he didn't drive me home drunk. He let me go with the black lady.
Where did they take you?
They took me to the black lady's house on Jersey
Oh, they
Street.
did. I thought they babysat
They
you
took
in
him-
the bar.
No, they babysat me at their apartment. They took me back to their
They
apartment.
took him back to Black Lady Town. That's where he was brought to.
They showed me how to become a man, Keith.
Nice. Look at you. On
So
Jersey
went
Street.
wrong.
Oh, Dad, if you're listening, I'm sorry.
He's the one who should be sorry at this point.
Wait, did they think you were a little girl when they took you?
No!
We're going to braid his hair. Awesome. Hey, I
think they taught him how to double dutch.
I've got to be honest, I thought I heard that story before, but I thought I heard it from your brother. Does your dad have a chronic football problem?
That's the story, man.
Awesome.
Sorry.
Wait, but can I just digress a second? The John Walsh you're talking about from America's Most Wanted?
Right.
He saw his son being taken?
No, I don't. I don't
He didn't see
specifically.
his son.
I think his wife saw his son, her son, leaving for school and looking over his shoulder. That's all.
Oh, I thought they gave him to a stranger for some reason. And
No.
I did
It's-
say he's not.
Did his son ever turn up? Did his body ever turn up or no?
I
Still
believe
missing.
his body was found, and they thought that he actually might have been one of. There was a question as to whether he was one of Dahmer's victims.
Oh, wow.
Believe it or not,
Wow.
I remember hearing something about that. I don't.
That
I don't-
probably wasn't true. That was probably a natural progression of gossip, you know.
maybe?
Fatherhood's a tough gig.
Yeah, I had a really hard time today. I couldn't get my daughter's hair in a ponytail. That's the hardest part. That's the low point of my parenthood that I figured out so far. That I have a daughter with curly hair and I can't comb it all the time.
Your fingers are too big to do a French twist.
No, dude, I literally mean a ponytail. I'm not doing anything fancy.
The Adam Walsh story is a little bit scarier than the mother took him to Sears, and she left him in the toy department while she went shopping, and he was abducted from there.
What year did that happen?
It's got to be like the early 80s.
81?
Was she voted Mother of the Year that year? Or?
81.
You got
Yeah,
to
I think they split up after that.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, it was.
How did that conversation
Dahmer
go?
was suspected.
How did that conversation go, Brega? I don't think I can be with you anymore. You're going to keep losing all my kids. Get out of here.
John Walsh brought her to Macy's
Yeah.
and walked away from her and said, please, please.
Brought her to the sheet store, the linens.
The actual suspect, though, was Jeffrey Dahmer was thought to have possibly been involved, but Otis Toole was the one they ultimately suspected. He was the Henry Lee Lucas partner, you know.
If you're ever a
Not
kid,
very.
by the way, and you look at your birth certificate and you look at your name and your name is Otis Toole, you should kill yourself right there because you know you're going to end up in a life of crime. Otis Toole just sounds like a criminal. Actually, or a boxer. So I guess I shouldn't say that.
He's going to be the butt of every joke. Like, tool.
Nah, that's Otis' butt.
Yeah, I love it.
He loves it.
I just love it.
What would you tell
loves
your
it.
wife if you lost your child?
Yeah, we're not going to have this discussion. With
I mean, what would you?
I know, but
What could you possibly say?
There will be no discussion of my child ever being lost ever.
What could
it's
you?
going to end now.
Where, honey, I lost the
Conversation
kids.
over.
That's a horrible conversation to have with your wife or husband when you go back
Moreover,
home.
a horrible conversation to have with me on the air.
Oh boy.
Awesome.
Awesome. I'm a terrific fan.
Yeah, I'm a tremendous fan. I'm sorry. I'm just I'm taken aback.
So when are we going to this Burning Man thing?
Ugh.
Listen, I'm never going, ever.
In all honesty, Keith, I'll go with you.
I would rather burn a man than go to Burning Man.
I thought that was what it was about.
Now that you said that, I actually want to go.
I swear to God, I'll go to Burning Man with you. Just me and you, no wives. Me and you at Burning Man,
Can we
smearing,
just go to the bedroom?
smearing mud on each other's bellies.
I spent about 2 hours scanning the internet for other festivals of hippies to send pictures to Vanessa. I only found one.
Yeah, I got them this morning. I got all the pictures. Like horrible topless chicks, like mud all over. Oh.
Was it from like the Staten Island cult? The little furniture store that's
No, it was actually from the mall, from the Staten Island Mall. It was actually Blimpie's website that he was sending to people.
Wow.
I totally will go to Burning Man with you. Just me and you, though. I swear to God, I'll definitely go. Where is it?
Nevada.
Oh, forget it. I thought it was in Newdorf. Forget it.
Which Central Park.
No, Central Park. I'm not taking a bus. I thought it was like across the street. Let's just go across the street and build a big robot figure and
Let's
set
just
it
go
on
burn
fire.
your neighbor's house down.
No, but he will have chest pains.